Good morning. As we come together today, let us remember the reason why we are all here. And that reason is for the people of Turkey, for the people who continue to feel the devastating effects of the recent earthquake and who continue to need all of our help. And that is why in Suffolk County, we are asking for everyone's help. And I'd like to thank the people who are here today, all of you who took the time this morning to accompany us, but also to of Suffolk County Executive Steve Bellon, Jose Dominguez, CEO of the American Red Cross in Long Island, thank you. Mr. David Calon, Suffolk County Community Advocate. Sadri Altinok, President of the Turkish Cultural Center and member of the Suffolk County Muslim Advisory Board. Mr. Zach Erdem, local business owner, Turkish local business owner. Mr. Errol Akurek, also Turkish local business owner. And Commissioner Pat Beckley from Suffolk County Department of Fire and Rescue Services. And now I would like to introduce to you someone who really his heart is for Suffolk County, for either to help people locally and abroad, Suffolk County Executive Steve Bellon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Olga, and I want to thank Olga El-Sahami for the incredible work that she does here in Suffolk County, and I want to welcome everyone here for this important announcement here to your seat of government in Suffolk County. All members of the Muslim American Advisory Board, thank you for what you do in your leadership, and thank you to my colleagues who are here, some of whom I'll be introducing in just a few moments, to talk about this incredibly important effort that is underway. And you know, this really does get to the heart of who we are as people. There are people who are continuing to suffer and deal with one of the worst tragedies that we have seen, natural disasters. And it is our obligation as people, as human beings, to do everything we can to assist our friends, our neighbors, our allies, the people who have suffered the effects of this devastating tragedy. I want to thank the American Red Cross, of course, for their incredible work, and the Red Crescent, the Turkish Red Crescent as well, for the humanitarian work that they do all across the globe. The work they do here locally, of course, but all across the globe. I want to thank, of course, you heard him mentioned here before, my colleague and partner in the legislature, and somebody who is very focused on the issues that matter to people and helping those in need, and that's our Minority Leader, Jason Richburg. I also want to recognize and thank the former chair of the Suffolk County Planning Commission, somebody who's been involved deeply in many community advocacy projects and efforts and public service work here in Suffolk County, and who helped work to organize this event today and to work with the Turkish community, and that is Dave Calon. So Dave, I want to thank you for all of your efforts. Of course, you heard them recognized, but I do want to thank them again. The president of the Turkish Cultural Center of Long Island, Sadri Altinok. Thank you very much, Sadri, for your leadership, and we appreciate you. He's going to be coming up and speaking on behalf and representing the Turkish community, but my good friend and I think he's on in more newspapers, magazines than I've ever been in. But he has such an amazing story and has done such an amazing job. Zach Erdem. Zach, thank you very much for your leadership. We're going to have him speak in just a few moments. And of course, we want to thank this gentleman who's done a tremendous job, Errol Akurek, local business owner who has led incredible efforts to support the people who have been devastated by this tragedy. Thank you very much for your efforts, Errol. So, as we've been discussing this devastating earthquake, which struck on February 6th, killing tens of thousands of people, injuring thousands of others for days, rescue teams desperately searched for signs of life beneath the rubble of collapsed buildings, praying to pull people out alive. And following that quake, a series of aftershocks made this an even greater challenge. We have our Commissioner of the Department of Fire Rescue and Emergency Services here, Pat Beckley, who's helped lead many recovery efforts here, and I want to thank him for that. But we know how difficult and challenging an environment like that can be, and we thank all of the rescue workers for the work that they did, and they engaged in the very dangerous work. This 7.8 magnitude quake was one of the strongest that Turkey has experienced in the last century, and again, one of the greatest natural disasters we've seen in the last century. This has left millions of people homeless, without food to eat, clean water to drink, life-saving medicines, essential hygiene, and first aid supplies lacking. Thanks to the Red Cross and their international partners, thousands of Turkish Red Crescent staff and volunteers, they are continuing to provide people with the vital supplies that they need. They've distributed more than 100 million hot meals. Think about the extraordinary effort that takes, and the amount of people of good faith who need to come together to provide that kind of assistance. More than 54,000 tents, 200,000 blankets. And together with the Ministry of Health, the Turkish Red Crescent is now able to provide health care in rural areas and in temporary shelters to help improve access to services. But the important thing to remember is that they cannot, then they have not done this alone. And this work, unfortunately, must continue until all of the suffering has ended and all of the help that is needed is delivered. And this will go on for many more months because of the devastation of this natural disaster. And so we know they can't do it without our support. That's why today I'm encouraging everyone who can to please donate to this effort. Donate to the Red Cross. We're asking for monetary donations of any amount to help this effort in Turkey. Any amount that you're able to give will help the people of Turkey. And it's easy to donate. You can send a check labeled Turkey Earthquake to your local Red Cross chapter, which is in Mineola, or you can donate directly to the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies at www.ifrc.org. So either a check with Turkey Earthquake to your local Red Cross chapter here in Mineola, or you can go online to www.ifrc.org. Jose Dominguez, the CEO of the American Red Cross, as I mentioned, is here, and he can explain in further detail how you can do that shortly. And remember that your donation can have a significant impact on the thousands of lives that have been impacted by this tragedy in Turkey. Even the smallest donation can make a difference in helping communities recover. I'd like to thank all of you again for coming out and showing your support. All of our friends in the Turkish community. We are with you. We stand with you. To those whose family and friends and loved ones who have been impacted by this, our heart goes out to you, to them, to your family and friends. I think everyone who saw what happened was just moved to their core by how devastating this was to people. So we're here to say that we stand with you, we support you, we love you, and we're going to do everything we can to continue to get the message out about the need for continued support for the people of Turkey. The people of Turkey have been there for us. They've been there for others in times of need. We need to be there for them in their time of need now. With that, I want to ask my colleague to come forward to say a few words. our Minority Leader, Jason Richburg, the individual, again, our former planning commissioner, or former head of the planning commission who helped organize this community effort, Dave Colon. And then I want to turn it over to the CEO of the American Red Cross here on Long Island, Jose Dominguez. So we'll start with our Minority Leader, Jason Richburg. Jason.
It's always good to be here, but not on this occasion. I think it's important to raise up the work of the Red Crescent and the Red Cross all over the world, but one of the great equalizers in our society is nature. It doesn't matter how much money we have as a country or what our GDP is. When you get an earthquake, a hurricane, a tornado, it ravages communities, it ravages families, it ravages neighborhoods. And so it's important that we support organizations like the Red Cross and the Red Crescent in these times of needs and always. And so to the communities, to the folks who are from Turkey, who are living here, questioning what's going on with their friends and family back home, we stand with you. To those in Turkey, we're here to help, and whatever you need, we are here as a community to help raise you up, because you can't do this by yourself, and as a world, as a nation, we need to stand up and help those who can't help themselves. So thank you very much, and anything we can do to help, please let us know.
Thank you. And now the former chair of the Planning Commission, and Dave, thank you for all your efforts to make this happen today.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let me express my gratitude to County Executive Balone for his leadership, as well as the entire community for coming together and providing much-needed support to the Turkish people during this difficult time. After I spoke with friends in the Turkish community here recently in Suffolk and discussed how their community was hurting, it just took one quick conversation with our county executive for him and his team to leap into action to pull this event together. So thank you, sir. Thank you for everything, and for your team as well who helped organize, Melanie and everyone. Thank you. Suffolk County is a place rich in diversity, a place where people from all over the world and from all different backgrounds want to call home and do call home. It's a place where we're all neighbors, whether people come from Italy and Germany like my grandparents, or Turkey, or anywhere else in the world. We are all in this together in Suffolk County. And so it's heartening to see people from different backgrounds and cultures uniting in the face of adversity. And I'm proud to be part of a community that demonstrates such compassion and generosity. Thank you all for the work you're doing and the continued efforts to provide aid and assistance to those affected by the earthquake in Turkey. As I know from our friends, our Turkish community on Long Island is a vibrant and active part of our diverse community. Their rich cultural traditions and strong sense of community are evident in the many events and activities they organize throughout the year, which bring people of all backgrounds here in Suffolk County and across Long Island together to celebrate and learn about Turkish culture. We are fortunate to have such a wonderful and welcoming community here in our midst, and we're grateful for their contributions to our shared Long Island community. As the county executive said, the Turkish community is resilient, and they have been generous in the wake of disasters across the globe. They've stood with others, and now it's our turn to reciprocate and stand with them. I'd like to extend a heartfelt thanks to the Red Cross for the dedicated team of volunteers, Red Crescent for the amazing work in providing assistance and support to those in need. Their tireless efforts have made a significant impact on countless individuals and communities, both domestically and internationally. And we're grateful for their unwavering commitment to serving others and making a positive difference in the world. The Red Cross, as has been mentioned, is collecting donations for those affected by the recent earthquake in Turkey. This is yet another example of the organization's dedication to supporting those in need, and we encourage everyone to donate through the Red Cross, or as mentioned, through the website, through other reputable organizations. Together, standing together as a Suffolk County community, as a Long Island community, we can provide relief and support to those affected by this tragedy here 1 month ago, and the relief efforts will continue over the months and even years ahead. So let's continue to stand with the Turkish community and stand with our friends in Turkey across the globe in their hour of need. Thank you so much.
Now I'd like to welcome Jose Dominguez again with our great thanks for all the work that you and your team do. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. After 18 years of reflection with this organization, it never gets easy, and it's one of the things that I always appreciate, just the fact that we have 90% of our workforce are volunteers, and the way we function and the way we're able to provide the services we do is through the generous donations of community members. And I'm standing in front of community giants, so I can tell you the fact that I'm always an optimistic person is what gets me through. The inspiring work that you as community members provide, and it's just humbling. I'm standing up here with more than an ounce of humility just to say thank you for your support. But I do have to say, yes, we are collecting donations. We're working very closely with our societies, the International Federation of the Red Cross, and the 192 other societies across the globe. The IFRC has just asked and increased their emergency funding and wants to at least be able to provide almost $700 million or 650 Swiss francs to the Turkey and Syria earthquake, and working closely with the Turkish Red Crescent and the Syrian Red Crescent as well. But one of the things that I can tell you is, we are an organization, a huge organization that's been around for over 140 years here at the American Red Cross, but we work very closely with all of our partners. It takes a village, as you can tell. It really does. And here, just the fact of your generous presence. So choose an organization that you trust. What happens, the sad part, we've all seen it sadly and more routinely, during something as huge as this, a crisis as huge as this, we see the sad part about all of this. Money's it's a very sensitive topic, but it's your hard-earned money. So choose an organization that you trust, that you want to donate to. We appreciate your financial support, yes. However, if it's not the Red Cross, please find an organization that is also providing services to this devastating earthquake and the aftermath. And it is going to take years of recovery. We are committed to being there until every person at least has shelter, over their heads. And the sad reality is that it's going to continue. It will continue for quite a while, so your support is always going to be welcome. And one of the things that please take a moment to research the organization that you're going to donate, because you do not know. You want to be very, very sure that you're verifying where the funding is going. Sadly, we cannot send material goods because of the cost, and it's much faster and quicker to be able to distribute funds to a local vendor and working closely with the Turkish Red Cross or Red Crescent and the Syrian Red Crescent as well, and infusing some necessary funding into the local economy as well. So it makes it much easier for us and for you to donate as well. IFRC.org, there's a lot of information about what we're doing. As County Executive Balone mentioned, it's ongoing. It will be ongoing. So there's a lot of opportunity for you to help. And Long Island is a very diverse community. I just moved to Long Island, and let me tell you, it is. I'm amazed by the generosity and the humanitarian spirit that surrounds me every day. So thank you. We're able to do the work that we do because of you. So I really appreciate your support, and thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you again, and thank you for all that you do. I do want to recognize another member of our team that's here who does a terrific job. Please give him a round of applause. Mohinder Tanea. Thank you very much, Mohinder. Thank you for your great work. And with that, I'd like to ask if our good friend Zach Erdem could come forward and say a few words on behalf of the Turkish community. Again, I want to thank all the members of the community who are here for the work that you've done in response to this. And I know it is because of who you are, how you care, the connections you have, but it is greatly appreciated because, as has been said before, we are all in this together. We're all one community here, and we stand with you, and we thank you. So we would like to ask Zach if you could come forward and say a few words on behalf of the community. Thank you very much, Zach.
Hello, everyone. I'm Zach Erdem. I'm a small business owner in Southampton, New York, as a Turkish and American citizen. And I'd like to thank our friend Steve and his office who brought us together today in this incredible event. As we all know, that Turkey had destruction worse than anything else you can imagine in the world, national disaster. We won't be able to stop those disasters, but we can help people who need to get back their life. Donating anything you can in your life, even your dollar, will be very helpful to get these people their life together. So all friends here, they said everything that I was going to tell you, but I don't want to repeat again. We appreciate anything you can do to our people who really needs your help now. We are all together on this. There's a natural disaster. They don't have language, color, or any religion. We all should be together on this. Today is Turkey, tomorrow is another place. We don't have to forget our friend neighborhood Syria as well. They need help too. When you like to donate something for those people, please think about one more time. Those people don't have any house. Those people don't have anything there right now. 4 o'clock in the morning, you hear something and you run out from your bed. How did you run out of it? You didn't take your wallet. You didn't take your shoes. You just left your house with your pajamas. Since then, over a month, those people has been living that way. So when you think about it, the life, how difficult it is, sometimes here even too, but those people really, really need your help desperately. Red Cross is doing a great job. You can donate it to Red Cross, or there's many other websites on Turkish government that create it. Your $1 will make big difference on their life. And any day that you have a cup of coffee, if you skip one day, donate that to Red Cross, it will make big difference. As I'm Turkish, and my brother went to army in Antalya, Iskender Hatay, which hit very hard. When I spoke with my brother, how all the friends were doing there, he said he couldn't reach any of them. Basically, they're all gone. So the people that you live with, one day you wake up, you might see differences. There's no one is next to you. Those people are gone. We all together on these disasters. Please help us, help Turkey, help the people in Syria who needs it. Let's make these people, as I said before, we're not able to stop the natural disasters, but we can help to rebuild it, help those people who really needs it back there. Again, I'd like to thank all of you guys being here today, media coverage. Thank you guys, getting our voice, heard it. And Steve, you're doing this great job. Thank you very much again. Love you guys. Let's help our people, everyone who needs it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you again, and again, please encourage everyone in Suffolk County and across the region, the state, and the country to continue to contribute to this effort today. I'll be doing that today as well. And please, anything that you can give, as you heard Zach just say, is going to help reduce the suffering that is happening right now. So thank you all for being here. Thank you.
Yes, we want to close with a prayer from Imam Sefa Toslu. If you can step up, just a quick prayer like as we started, remembering why we're doing this. And I also want to acknowledge and thank Police Officer Thomas Joy. Thank you. He's always helping us in all our diverse communities.
If we can all rise for prayer, please. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin ajma'in, birahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. All praise and gratitude to the Creator of the worlds and heavens. Peace and blessings be upon the first man and first prophet Adam alayhi salam, and the prophets that have come after him, such as Abraham, Noah, David, Joseph, Jesus, and our beloved Prophet Muhammad. Peace and blessings be upon all of them. Dear Lord, we know we are weak, we know we are desperate. You are the one that is strong, that is mighty, so we call upon you to hear and accept our prayers. You have mentioned in your Quranic declaration that believers are all brothers and sisters, so please unite us all as a nation. Your final messenger, Muhammad, peace and blessings, taught us that we as a nation are like a body. If a single place hurts, the whole body would feel the pain. Although we are not under rubble, although we are alive and breathing, although we didn't live and experience this tragedy, we are indeed hurt. We know we always ask you to give to us out of your infinite treasure of abundance. We know we are unworthy of asking, but we have no one else to turn to besides you, O Lord. So, dear Lord, Master of the world and universe, now we're not asking for ourselves, but we're asking for you to please give to those that were physically, mentally, and emotionally harmed. For those that have started their journey in the hereafter, give them ease. For those that are yet to be rescued, please give them a safe haven immediately. Ya Rab, our dear Lord and Creator, do not test us with tests, trials, and tribulations that we cannot prosper in. Protect and preserve every being on this earth. Ya Allah, do not test us with distress, illness, and with our loved ones. Please give to those in financial distress of financial aid. Give to those that are emotionally hurt, love and compassion. Give to those that are sick, urgent cure. Give to those that are in dire need of a helping hand, a helping hand. O Allah, you are forgiving, generous, you love to forgive, so forgive us all. O Allah, we ask you for guidance, piety, chastity, and a wealthy heart. O Allah, forgive all of our sins that may prevent our prayers from being answered. Dear Lord, please answer our prayers. Ameen.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here today. Thank you.